Hello, this is Lady Duchess, and I'm back to do another video. And I know I'm looking like away, but this is the way that the camera is like going, so I'm like looking away. I'm looking away. Anyway, this video is like 5 tips for a poor witch. I did a video for if you're a new witch and you just starting out. Also, I did like 3 or 4 videos on new witches. And then I also did a video on tips for a new witch as well. So this video is going to be about like 5 tips for a poor witch, so to speak. Again, you know, becoming a witch is incredible. However, if you are spending a lot of money, I don't want you to do that because it takes away from the ritual, from the experience of what you're trying to do. So I did 5 more things that will help you, and you can use, kind of think outside the box, kind of, to be the more powerful you. And the first thing is water is an amazing multi-purpose thing. It's one of the building blocks of life. So it can be given as an offering to the gods, to thank the gods and the earth. If you feel like it's not enough to simply pour some tap water and, you know, say a blessing over it, you know, you can boil the water, you can filter it, you can place it in a special container, you can charge it overnight by the moon. If you have essential oils, you can also add herbs, leaves, petals, anything in nature really. In fact, if you're using it to offer to your deities, you know, or to give thanks, it's been around for a long time. You know, the ritual pouring, it's called libation. L-A-B-I-T-I-O-O. L-A-B-L-I-B-A-T-I-O-N. Okay, libation. And it has been documented in all ancient cultures from Egypt to China. So if you want to use something, you can also use wine, and oils can be used as well. The next thing you want to always do is kind of think outside the box when you're trying to like build your altar and stuff like that. And it's just my daughter here. You don't have to turn it down, it's cool. Thrift stores, garage sales, they are your best friend. You will find some of the greatest things in thrift stores and garage sales. You know, I always try to think outside the box and think, you know, how can I use this? I've actually found really nice brass that was like old and needed to be cleaned. And I actually used that, one for my incense, and then one almost as a chalice, so to speak. And I got that at a thrift store. I paid about $3 or $4 for them both together. And, you know, I use them for spiritual craft, gifts, ritual components, everything. So always try to think outside the box. Don't think that you have to go like to a metaphysical store and spend $100, because you can spend $100 on her so fast and come out there with a little bitty bag of stuff. I have a friend that uses a broom handle. She painted it, carved it, burned designs into it, and turned it into like a fighting stick that she uses in one of her rituals. The next thing, that's 3. Books and crystals aren't cheap unless you know where to look, right? So other than sourcing the internet for ebooks or collections of PDFs, you can normally, like those nifty little physical copies of spiritual books online, you can go to sites like www.thriftbooks.com. I will leave the websites in the description below. Also the bookdepository.com, they have like a wonderful selection of like witchy books, and they also have like regular sales on top of their already cheap prices. So those are some good places to look for like witchy books and stuff too. Crystals can be like notoriously expensive, especially through these like botanicals and like new age stores. They can't wait for a new witch to come in because they're gonna hit you up. But I like working with them, and if you love working with them, you know, try searching like gem shows, liberty fairs in your area. You can also find like good bargains, beautiful pieces, like at a lot of new age shops as well. And again, go back to the thrift store. You'd be surprised what you find. because a lot of people, you know, a lot of elderly people that have passed on, you know, they really didn't talk about it. There is really a glare on this. They didn't really talk about it with their children per se, so they don't really know what they have. They don't understand it. So this is really good for you too, when it comes to being crafty. The next thing is my Think Outside the Box part 2. Is like, now that you're in the act of doing spells, you know, while Wicca is more of a religious path, you know, I want to make the distinction because those walking the path with the connection with nature rather than using spells, so to speak. So what I would suggest, so that you don't feel disconnected and stuff like that, get out in nature. You know, I've said it before, there are a lot of tools that are out there that you could use that have really nothing to do with what you can buy. They're all natural. Sticks, leaves, all of that. It's natural. It's already out there. Dirt from the ground. That stuff, you can use all that stuff. I mean, I want you to think back. Back in the 17th century and 18th century and stuff like that, they didn't have metaphysical stores. So they made do with what they had. They were very creative. I think even more creative than we are today. So there's a lot of, like, you know, stuff that's out there that you don't have to necessarily spend a lot of money for. So I just really want you to think about that. And then the most important thing is spells and rituals can be done entirely without complex tools. You don't necessarily even have to have an altar. So I don't want you to think that you have to have these things to make your spell successful, because you really don't. You just got well, okay. Have fun.
Pretty.
You look pretty.
Thank you.
You got a jacket?
Yeah.
It's cold.
No.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom.
Don't give it up, okay?
Mom.
Don't give it up. Put a condom on. Not lambskin. Regular.
Love you.
Love you too. Okay, back to number 5. You don't actually need tools. Believe it or not, I have a 20-year-old daughter. My attention. Okay, so what was I on? Oh yeah. Spells and rituals can be completely done without tools. Where no words are spoken, it's just simply thoughts, manifestation, your ideas. To get rid of like a certain type of behavior, or you want to remove someone who's harassing you, not hurt them, but simply have them to leave you alone, you know, write down that particular behavior on a piece of paper, you know, place it in a Ziploc bag, fill it with water, and place that shit in the freezer. See how simple that was? This is stuff you already have. As the water freezes that word, you know, sympathetic magic will have to manifest in a mundane world, and that behavior will freeze or stop. You know, you might want to put a little pepper in there, a little jalapeno pepper, a little cayenne pepper, black pepper, whatever. Make it hot for them. This could be jazzed up, you know, put a sigil on there instead of a word. It's very easy to substitute symbols or even a picture. You don't have a Ziploc bag, use a cup. See how simple it is? Use a cup. You don't have a pen, use water. Write it on the paper. Draw it with your fingers. You know, picture the word in your mind. I mean, you don't have paper? Use a leaf. Cut the word out of a newspaper magazine. Use a lid off an old pizza box. Like, there are always going to be substitutes that you can use. And I want you to be aware of the things that you have so that you're not stressing out when you're not able to get what you think that you're supposed to have. When the magic is within you. The magic is within you. The magic is within you. And people think that you have to have a lot of basons and brooms and other things. And you can. You can. But just start now, you might not have the funds for that. And that's okay. Chill. For spells to bring you money, go out and find you a nice green leaf, like on the floor or on a tree. If it's on a tree, ask the tree nicely. If you could use it for that purpose, spend time with the tree. Take the leaf and thank the tree. I use this blessing. Blessed are those in nature who give so others may gain. Your sacrifice will revive and sustain me. And for you and for that, I thank you. See how I just thanked that tree? That tree gonna appreciate that. Maybe even a little libation. Pour a little water down there. See what I'm saying? That didn't cost you nothing. Now did it? Because you can take the water, tap water. You can actually like draw a rune relating to money, such as fihu, or a sigil about money coming in. Depending on how many things you got lying around your house, you know, you could further, you know, use to vibrate your spell. You can crush up some basil, sprinkle it on the leaf as it burns. You can ask the Ganesh or another god or goddess relating to removing obstacles and providing bounties. Wear green. The possibilities and combinations are endless. Let me think. Also, like for love, you can take a red towel, a piece of red sheet, and get you like a candle. And you can tape the red around it, because a white candle, believe it or not, guys, that is universal. You can use that white candle for anything. Wrap it around there, burn it, write love, write that person's name on there. I need you to be empowered. I need you to know that you are your own greatest source. These tips and stuff that I'm giving you, I want you to know that these are just tips. These are to help you. These are to enlighten you. This is to, you know, encourage you to find that magic within. It is great to have, you know, wands and chalices and your bells, but you could take a pot and bang that shit together, because spirits don't like noise. So just where they don't like that bell ringing, they ain't gonna like them pots clanging together either. So I want you guys to be encouraged. I want you guys not to be so dependent on things that you can buy. I want you guys to use the energy and the resources and stuff that you have to make it better for you here now by using you. You are your greatest source of energy. I say this all the time because it's true. This is my video on another like 5, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, 5 tips for the poor witch. I saw that online, so maybe not 5 tips for the poor witch. Maybe like 5 tips for the starting witch. 5 tips. Well, y'all know what I'm trying to say. You can find me on Facebook at Internet Energy. Internet Energy. I be tripping. Infinite Energy. It's been a long day, y'all. Infinite Energy. You can also find me on my page, Duchess Young. I also have a website that you can go to and see some of my workings. I need to update it too. To see some of my workings, because I do love spells, hexes, I do it all. Self-love spells, protection. I'm getting into making oils and candles and also bracelets and necklaces. But just with the bracelets and I'm using just the crystals or stones. Anyway, you can check me out at magicalladyduchess.com, and that's MAGICKAL Lady Duchess, and it's all one word.com. You're able to leave comments. I do get them. I do respond. Please subscribe. Please share my videos. Please leave a comment. You don't know how encouraging that is for me. When you do leave a comment, you're letting me know that you did see my video, you got something out of it, and that's incredible to me, because I do this so that it's not so hard on you trying to figure out, you know, I'm a new witch, you know, what should I do? That's what this is for. You know, I want to make it easier for you. I want you, you know, to learn. I want you to be excited about the path. And I want to encourage you and strengthen you so that you continue to grow. And sometimes you can get so frustrated because you want to know all this information and it's just not so at your fingertips, so to speak. So that's why I think these videos are so important. So again, like, comment, subscribe, share. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love so much, you guys. Thank you again. I am Lady D, and this is Magical Lady Duchess. Talk to you later. Bye.